1, 2, 3 in the place to be. It's your player partners from the bottom of the map.
Bottom of the map.
It's your dog Israel.
Hayes.
And as always, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, share, so you can get that, you can get that first notification whenever we drop. Tell your big booty aunties to come through, and her big booty nieces to come through too and holler at your players. But yeah, this weekend it's going down. It's going down. The Gators are coming to town. They're reeling right now. Wounded dog. Sometimes the wounded dog can be dangerous. The only time they're not dangerous when you put the wounded dog down. We might have to go ahead and put the wounded dog down, but I would like to see Miami come out and have another dominant performance. But these type of games could be trap games. These type of games could be games where if the team doesn't come out ready to play, you get a team with their back against the wall and it turns into a dog fight. So a lot of people have been saying that this team looks different. This team is, moving in a professional manner. They're moving like they're ready to take care of business. So this should be another, just another business trip. You know what I'm saying? Show up, take care of business, and move on. But I don't think anybody is expecting us to lose this game.
I mean, but I guess when you look at the landscape of what the bookie's saying, the shows are saying, normally people would feel different. But the spread and the line, as everybody knows, is 7. So I feel like it make you second guess I mean it is a rivalry game. It's a rivalry game. Most times, no matter what it should be, they're gonna get up the players. They got their ass whooped, but they about to give us their best blow. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like, and I guess I'm saying that because I look at the line. If I didn't look at the line, right, let's just say I didn't know the bookie, then I'd be like, nah, man, they ain't good. They ain't this. Yeah, they ain't wounded dog mode. But I feel like the bookie and Vegas got me like, which they sometimes they're way off or they know something. But I do feel like they're like, yeah, that's cool and all. But this game right here is the most winnable game on their schedule because it is a rivalry. And I mean, Billy Napier is not making it through this season. You do understand that, right? He's getting fired this season. It's just a matter of which game is going to happen. So I think they don't have a choice. It's not just wounded dog. They playing for their coach. DJ Lagway, he playing for his. And dog, these players are playing for their NIL money. If he has a bad season, I don't know if the next coach is going to retain him. He's getting paid some money. Let's just assume he's getting paid between $300,000 to $500,000. So I think that they're going to come out and it's not even like I can't. They don't have a choice. They got to play their best football now. So because of that, I do think that we're going to get that defense is going to play. They're going to come out crunk. The only thing is we got home field advantage. Now, we beat their ass last year, and I know they weren't too happy about that, 41-17, in the swamp. Swamp, quiet than a bitch. Then we had the disrespect to try to recruit their players at the game. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? And, I mean, one of their players spit on somebody. So I'm just thinking like, dog, these boys, the only good thing is that I do think that if they wanted to churn this and make this a slugfest game, Mario would like that too. You're definitely going to get a lot of vanilla runs, and they're going to try to wear their ass down. So I do feel like UM is equipped. If you want it fast, UM could give it to you fast. But, I mean, we built our trenches to play these type of games. So if you want to have a slugfest and you just want to run up the middle, dog, UM will probably do that shit for 3 or 4 quarters because that's what Mario would like. Mario wouldn't mind that. He would love that. I can already see him now. So that's my thing is that I do feel like they're equipped to win that type of game too. We got plenty of running backs. You gonna go down? We got more running backs. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, short passes. You won't give us nothing long. Cool it up. UM will pretty much take what you give them.
So, I think like I agree with everything you said. Only thing I'll look at like maybe Florida. The wins and losses for Florida could be a little bit misleading. They have played, they played a tough, LSU game, even though LSU can't score, playing in Baton Rouge, that's a tough game. The USF game, that could have been, just, that could have been like, just one of those games where you just got. All right, you just got that game and you went down. Um, if you look at it, their rush defense, their defense is ranked 19th.
Mm.
Rushing defense is ranked 17th. Their defense is ranked 19th. Rush defense only allows 3.2 yards a carry. Their passing defense is 28th, which isn't bad. Their weakness is they have no pass rush. So
Mm.
teams could kind of sit back there. They're ranked 128th in pass rush,
That's not good.
124th in pass rush, 123rd in sacks. So if Carson Beck has time to sit back there and throw the all out weapons, it could be a long day. And we could be, the bookies could be extremely wrong. But like you said, the spread is kind of like, maybe they do know something. Why isn't the spread larger?
That's for real.
Why is the spread only 8.5 points? What is something that they're seeing that we're not seeing? And of course, Vegas is out to make money. The bookies are out to make money, and not to say that they're like the crystal ball or the magic man or the hidden hand or some shit like that. But it's kind of just like, why do they believe so much in Florida? And is it the wounded dog? Is it the back against the wall versus the team that might be feeling themselves too much? The
I
team that might be too high. The team that might think that, shit, we can't be stopped right now. We got the momentum, we got the hype. I seen Carson Beck is now, second um, in the Heisman race right now. So everything is looking Miami's way. And sometimes, like I said, I hope this is not a trap game. I hope this is not a game where they don't come out and really from the jump put the pedal to the metal and don't have those lapses, because 8.5 seems a little bit disrespectful. You have a team that's, well, we're ranked number 4, number 5, versus a 1-2 team that can't score at all. They scored 10 against LSU and they scored 16 against USF, and they got us, 8.5 points. Um, and I know some fans may not care about that; they just want the win. But it's like they're seeing something. Does Mario
rival.
outcoach this game? Does Billy Napier say, "Fuck it, I'm going to get fired every way. I'm just going to throw everything."
Exactly. I think that and the rivalry. It's the rivalry and desperation. That's a two-hit combo.
And,
I'm
and
definitely
we
rival.
have seen this before. It's not like it hasn't happened where the team that really doesn't have much to lose come out with the team that's a little bit arrogant, that plays a little bit sloppy, and you keep. This is what I'm scared of, and I hope it doesn't happen. You don't let Florida hang around. We get up 21-0 on Florida. It need to be 28-0, 35-0, 42-0. We need to keep going. We don't need to, get up big and start getting relaxed, because then, a team gets a score here or there, they get a turnover here and there, and then the game gets really tight. You know what I'm saying? And the other team, because they ain't got shit to lose either way, people are not expecting them to win. That's when they get confidence. And that's where I want to see, is Miami going to be businesslike, in that we're not going to let no team get confidence. We're going to put our foot on their throat and keep pressing to the end of the game. Or is it going to be one of them games where like Miami kind of toys around a little bit?
Hmm. No, that's a. I mean, I hope it don't come like that. I hope from what they show now, obviously, but we've seen that, right? When they got to Notre Dame and they got up, then it seemed like for 4 or 5 straight drives, they wasn't creating no more. They were just comfortable. And when I'm like, yeah, you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't do that. The only thing I'm thinking though is that they know this is a rivalry game and they know it. So at least, I mean, so far they've been showing us good in the first half. So I just think that they know they can't play with Florida because yeah, Florida only scored 10 points, but LSU couldn't score neither. All their points came off of DJ Lag with turnovers. I think the bigger question, aside from that, is What are we going to see from the Florida offense? Are they going to try to run this ball against a Miami defense that's been pretty stout in stopping the run? Because if they try to throw it 49 times, do you really want to test the secondary? That
They're
ain't.
they're stout at stopping the run, and for us, we feel like our run game has gotten so much better. But we're only ranked 99th in
I,
run and rushing. We're not like we're like
what I'm
this
saying is,
dominant rushing team at all.
what about them? They haven't been running the ball. They threw the ball 49 times. So they can't trust their own run. Because why would you throw that much against an LSU? LSU is good defensively every single year. And DJ Lagway, he was hurt during the spring. So he didn't play too much during the spring. He didn't play too much last year. He did play, you know what I'm saying, and the remaining because what's the name got hurt. But still, that was your true freshman year. Why going into that LSU game did they? And then after he had 3 or 4 picks, they still didn't take him out. And they still wasn't running the ball. Real
Oh, we're having some technical difficulties, but
big run against us last year. He still plays for them. So I think that was like I think everybody was like,
technical difficulties, technical
uh-oh.
difficulties, technical difficulties. You're going in and out, but
Oh,
yeah, I just want to, I do agree that I feel like this could, we know they have no offense. They can't score. Their rushing game is non-existent. We thought DJ Lagway was going to be, this the star, that at quarterback that maybe Anthony Richardson, we thought he was going to be, but he never materialized. And maybe it's something going on with Florida where they take, quarterbacks that got all this promise and they're not developing them. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like we've seen 2 quarterbacks now who had all this promise. I think the last quarterback that we seen at Florida that was like who showed up and played well was Tressel. Um, we seen what was his name? Fernando. What was Buddy name? That was a Florida quarterback, the Spanish buddy, a few years ago. Felipe. Felipe Franks. I think that was his name. But yeah, they haven't had, like a quarterback that, they've been able to rely on to carry their team for a while. Um, and we thought DJ Lagway might have been that guy, but we seen last week throwing the 5 picks that he might not be that guy. Um, But their passing offense is not good. Their rushing offense isn't good. They haven't been able to score points against anybody of note, and all they've been able to do, is play, play pretty good defense. We gotta give them that. They play pretty good defense, but moreover, like you said, it's a rivalry game. A lot of these kids played against each other. Florida on, Central Florida versus South Florida. A lot of the, people are recruiting in their area. So we're trying to see like this is going to be for the state. We already ran through USF. We run through Florida. Then who's next. I just need, like I said, I just want to make sure that, you know, when the players step on the field, they know this is time to take care of business. This isn't like a game where you should have a lot of mental lapses, mental lapse. I'm saying like they should go in there and do what they're supposed to do. It was so funny that we was nervous last year going into that first game.
super.
Florida had a little bit of hype. Miami we didn't know what Miami was, and Miami came out and dominated that shit in the swamp, 100,000. Hostile environment. Um, so I don't want to see the reverse of that. They come in to Hard Rock. Hard Rock gonna be bumping. It's pretty sure it's gonna be a lot of Gator fans there, and we don't want them to come out with a win. I want them to get their ass whooped. Really, I want this to be a good, something a la last year, 41-17, 52-10, some shit like that. Like, take us off the schedule. You don't want to play us no more. You're gonna get tired of getting your ass whooped.
So if you had a prediction for the game score, what would you predict?
Um, I'm predicting 42-13.
42-13.
42-13.
And them boys can't get a point. They can't get 42-14.
Nah, I think they get a touchdown and 2 field goals.
Touchdown, 2 field goals.
Touchdown, 2 field goals. 42-14.
That
What
makes
what you think? What's your prediction?
um. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with like. I'm gonna say like 30. It's gonna be the high 30. So give me like 36. Give me like 36-14.
36-14.
Yeah, so like 36. 36, you know what? I'll take 36-17. I feel like they get a touchdown, they get a field goal, they almost get another field goal, kiss or miss. Then when the game is out of hand, they get another touchdown because they gotta even if you gotta think, even if they're getting their ass whooped, they can't never give up, or else if the team gives up, Billy getting fired. So they got to play the whole game. They got to,
Um,
which means we gotta play the whole game. Because even if they lose, if they get blowed out the way that you said, it's gonna be bad. But if they can at least get a respectable loss, let's just say we only win by 21 points, that's respectable for them.
yeah. This is my thing, right? This my only thing. I ain't wishing no bad juju on nobody. I don't got no crystal ball. It's not Nostradamus. But I have a feeling. I don't know why. This shit came to me from the beginning of the year. I got a feeling Carson Beck doesn't make it through the whole year. He gets hurt somewhere. I'm just like, I'm waiting for it. And if it never happens, also, I don't want to, I don't want him to get hurt. I want him to be able to be full strength the whole year. But it's something that makes me feel like he's not gonna make it. He's not gonna make it. And
I
if Emery has to be the guy, how much do we believe in Emery? Like, can Emery run the show?
I don't know. I'm against that one, and I'll tell you why. I really don't think. I think last year he had to get hurt during the playoffs. Before that, he was never hurt. He started 2 years, and he's been pretty fucking durable. So I don't really see him getting hurt. And no, I don't trust Emery. I would have trust Emery, but I only trust Emery. Um, that year that Emery got hurt, who was our was Dawson the coordinator?
When TVD got hurt and Emery had to come in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he looked good in that Clemson game. He looked good in the Florida State game, but hell no, I don't want to play with Emery. Emery,
You was an Emery guy. What you talking about? That was your man's.
bruh,
What you talking about?
something about after that, he just never looked good again. He looked decent enough, but yeah, I did, and I liked Emery because he was accurate out of all the people that they had. But for some reason, I don't know, man. I think all of us we be looking at the spring game and we be like, yo, this guy still don't look that good no more. What happened? Yeah, I was a big Emery guy, but I was also a TBD guy. Look how that shit turned out. Even when he went to Wisconsin, he ain't look good no more.
He looked terrible at Wisconsin. I don't even know where he at now.
Oh, he played. So he back at SMU as a graduate assistant. He about to get into coaching.
Oh, okay. Damn, that boy went from Heisman first round to coaching. Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah, I would have went to red. I would have went to last year and just redshirted and waited on my opportunity. Couldn't have been me. Fuck no. You go where you got magic at. But it's all.
Damn, I was at that. I was rooting for TBD. That was my guy. I
Nah,
was
was our
fucking
guy
with TBD.
look good with Lashley. He just we just learned. It's kind of like Daniel Jones. They don't look good without David Cutcliffe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
That's all
So
that.
you said what was the score again?
I was like, I'm gonna give it like 38-17.
38-17. I said 45-13, 42-13, something like that. All right, we're gonna see. You said you went 3-1 last week on your pick. So is this one of your picks, or you just watching as a fan?
I'm just watching as a fan. I ain't gonna bet. But you know what though? It's just not good to bet on your team. But I would still be willing to take. Listen, first half up to be up four. I definitely would take that. I definitely would take that. I'll take to be up. I would take for the whole game. But if I had a bet for the week, which last week I was 3-1, y'all all know I was high. You know what I'm saying? I guess we're gonna do this quick little segment. I was high on Georgia Tech beating Clemson. I was high on Vanderbilt. And I took them straight up. And those were, you know what I'm saying, people were surprised. I'm gonna run it back. And my game of the week, I'm going big on Oklahoma against Auburn. The theme of my betting season is betting against teams that don't have no offense. So Missouri is actually going to play South Carolina. I'm big on Missouri. And then
I don't know if that was an omen, but technical difficulties again. So I don't know if that was good or that was keeping the secret to himself. Um, but yeah, jump in the comments. Let us know what you think the score going to be. How you feel that the game is going to go. How you feel like the score is going to go. What players you're going to be watching for. How do you feel if the game is close? The game is a blowout. Do you feel like Mario comes out and has a team ready to go, or is it just a classic rivalry game where you just throw all the analytics and the metrics out the window and they just go slug it out on the field? Yeah, jump in the comments. Let us know. Shout out to everybody who's rocking with us. Shout out to No Sweater Picks. Shout out to South Coast Kane, Cuban Kane, Katie, everybody else who checks in with us. Um, yeah, night game, hard rock. Miami gonna be off the chain. Broward gonna be off the chain. Yeah, tune in. We back on a regular, credible network. We're not on the CW, so we got to fuck off that bullshit. So we able to watch with some real commentators. I don't even know who was on the CW. That shit was like we should never be on there ever again. Um, but yeah, check in with us, tap in with us, and we'll tap back in after the game. Hopefully it's for the dub and we celebrating and talking about all the business we took care of on the field. But to the next time, this your player partners from the bottom of the map, and we out.